okay, a dance is coming up.
Yeah, why did they call already?
I don't know. Well, okay, just kidding. That was not my school dance. That was another company that somebody used for tickets that
gotcha.
wanted our business. Yeah. I was like, we're doing my school dance. So, my name is Mrs. Allen. I'm one of the assistant principals, and I'm also the post-secondary programs coordinator. And I'll kind of talk about that later on. So, the first thing to help you be successful is to know who you need to contact. We've already had meetings with the students where we introduced the admin and their counselor partners. But just in case you know, we do divide it by last names through our alphabet. So I have A through C, Mr. Wilmot has D through G, Mr. Hip has H through O, and Ms. Baldwin, who's back there, has P through Z. And then we each have counselors. I share one. We each have counselors that we work with as well. So students, if you guys are ever lost or have questions, you can email either person, and we'll immediately will be helping you. Now, if you're like, I can't remember who I have, email one of us, and we'll get you to the right person. Okay. We also have Mr. Flaken here. He does not have a specific alphabet because he has everybody. So he deals with a lot of things, but always come to the assistant principals first so that we can help you quicker, because he does deal with everybody and everything. All right, so student tips for success: be on time. That is huge. You're not going to learn the content if you're not there to get the content. So being on time to all of your classes. We now have 5-minute passing periods instead of 4-minute passing periods, and I truly feel like that makes a huge difference anyway. Students are able to get to their classes and get a drink, go to the bathroom, do everything that they need to, and they're on time. So that's one thing that I'm very excited that we changed. Listen and participate in class. When you're in class, the teacher will not know if you don't know it until they see it on an assignment. And by that point, it might, not that it's too late, but it's later than it needed to have been. So definitely ask for help, ask for clarification, because if you have questions about it, I guarantee you somebody else in that class will also have questions about it. Okay? So definitely listen and participate. Communicate with your teacher and ask questions early. I used to teach here at the high school. This is my first year that I have not taught a single kid in the high school. So everybody has worked their way up and graduated already. But I would always tell kids, like, please communicate with me. If you know you're going to be gone, or if, let's say that you get home that night, and I grew up, I had 6 kids in my family, and things just get crazy at night. Like, you might have practices, you might have this, their car tire might blow, whatever it is. Communicate with your teacher. If you have something new and something truly does happen, always tell them. Don't just miss an assignment, take a 0 or whatever it is, and you'll be okay with that, okay? We are all human. We know that things happen. Communicate. When we say communicate in class, means if you have questions, raise your hand. Ask questions, even if you just email them. If you're not one that likes to raise your hand, that's totally fine. Email. Let them know. That brings me to the next one, email. You can also talk with your teachers before and after school. And then the next one should be advisory. Yep, and during advisory time. So for all middle school students now, or 8th graders coming into high school, I'm not quite sure how your advisory was, but we on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, students can go to other teachers' classrooms, and they can either work on the same assignments, they can make up a test, they can ask questions on something. So do take advantage. There are so many ways you can get a hold of your teachers. Pick one. Another tip for success is to develop a homework routine. I do this with my own kids. They're not high school, but they're starting to get into sports now. And we have to keep that routine, because if you don't, you're going to forget something, you're going to overlook something. Plan ahead as much as possible. If you know a project's coming up, figure out, like, okay, I can devote an hour or two this weekend and I don't have to worry about it during the week as much, or something like that. But develop some sort of a routine that works for you. Another tip for success is to get involved. You might think like, oh, but that's just adding more on my plate. It is, but it's not. Statistically, students who are involved in either clubs or band or athletics or something like that, you're held more accountable to your grades and you do perform better, you are more successful in school. So get involved, and it's your lucky night because it's the shit dig after this and you get to sign up for your clubs. And honestly, there are so many clubs. I have another slide that has just a couple of them, I think. But we have so many clubs. And if there's not a club and you're like, I really want to have this club, the first step is finding a teacher who's going to sponsor it, and then we can start getting more people involved in that club. So don't think, there's something for everybody, but if you're like, there's something I like better, let's bring it to that. Another tip, see your counselor or administrator. We want to help you, and I'll talk about how I can help. And I know I'm A through C, but for the post-secondary side of things, I'm A through Z. So I will talk about in a little bit how I can help you. Last thing for a student tip is to read the announcements, which brings me to all the ways that you can find the announcements. You have Infinite Campus, you have your student career portal. There's the website and the mobile app. You get information through Google Classroom, through emails, through our school website, and social media. Okay? There are so many different ways to get information. So just pick one that you're like, I can look at that consistently. Okay, so freshmen, if you haven't already, please join our Google Classroom. You can take a picture of the screen if you need to. Our freshman Google Classroom page moves with you, so next year it will title it sophomores, and then juniors, and then seniors. This is where we put all the information. Like for my juniors and seniors, I post, if jobs get a hold of me and they're like, hey, we have a part-time position open, we'll post things there. If it's scholarships, we'll post it there. If it's meeting dates or something like that, we'll post it there. Ms. Espinosa is the freshman class sponsor. This is one way you can get involved too, is be part of the freshman class. With this, I just took a screenshot of what it looks like, so when you get into it, you're going to see that. But as you can tell, we already posted our freshman class meeting. We already posted that on Google Classroom. So anytime we have information, we'll post it back out on, especially Google Classroom, just for you guys to be able to look back on it, or if parents have questions. Okay, we talked about this a little bit about being on time. Tip for success is our attendance. So do make sure that you are at school as much as possible. It's in our handbook, but parents and guardians can excuse up to 10 absences per semester. We don't have to have a doctor's note or anything. You have up to 10. After that, we do require a doctor's note. If students are arriving to school or class over 15 minutes late, it's counted as an absence. We only have 48 and 49-minute classes, so missing 15 minutes of that is pretty big. Okay, so make sure that you are at school and on time to your classes. If you have 3 tardies in one class period, that does count as an absence. Okay, so you make sure, and once again, we have the 5-minute passing period now. It's been so nice, and I don't think this is going to be an issue. And then once it gets to the unexcused section of that, if you've already done your 10 absences, then teachers can decide if they will grade any of the makeup work or anything past what we're already excused.
The 10 absences, is that 10 days or 10 periods?
10 days. That's a good question. Yeah, because you have 7, if you're gone, you have 7 absences because it's 7 periods, but it's 10 full days. This is just our bell schedule. The students have it, it's on our website, all of that stuff, but we do have Monday through Friday as one schedule, and then we move advisories at the end of the day. The reason why we did that is we do career talks. So, and freshmen, this is something you guys can get involved into. Your first advisory, your Wednesday advisory lesson has your career interest survey, where you tell me your top 3 things that you are most interested in. Then when we do career talks, we'll send out and like say, hey, people who are interested in aviation, we have Spirit Air Systems coming in during advisory on Friday in the auditorium or whatever it is. We have healthcare, we bring colleges in, we bring automotive, construction, aviation, like we try to get everything and not to get too heavy on just one career. So that's something, one of the reasons why we switched advisory, so we give a little bit more time and have more purposeful career talks. Okay. Importance of engagement, builds connections. You have your friends, you have your teachers, you have your mentors. Make friends, it's positive focus, it's fun. You're learning life skills, right? So, ways you can engage, we have clubs, activities, sports, volunteering, community service. You can get involved through part-time jobs. Like I said, jobs will contact me all the time saying, hey, we have this position open. Can you let our students, or let your students know? And then also personal hobbies. Bring that to school. Like, we want to see you guys see yourself at value. Okay, so anytime you want to find information, athletics, activities right there. Counseling is a huge one. That's where a lot of my stuff for the post-secondary side of things, that's where I post a lot of stuff as well. Okay, so here's how I can help you out the most. I'm not going to go into crazy detail because your eyes are going to glaze over because there's so much information. I am the post-secondary programs coordinator, and then we have Ms. Bowman here. She is our new college advisor. K-State gives us a college advisor each year. So there are different opportunities that I can help you guys get, but you must be successful your freshman year to easily take advantage of these. Now, if you're not successful, it's not the end of the road. However, it's a lot harder on yourself, okay? So what I want to point out, and this is something we'll talk about in advisory a lot, we have a lot of different clusters. Like within the business cluster, we have business and entrepreneurship and management, business finance, and design, production, repair, transportation, CATIA, HVAC. We have so many options of classes that you can take to help put you in a pathway. We have 14 different pathways here at the high school. And then some of the pathways, we might have an intro class, but it leads to a class you can then take at WSU Tech or Butler or something beyond, okay? So your freshman year, you are kind of stuck only at the high school, which is fine, it's understandable, but there's a lot of exploratory classes that you can take here at the high school that can help get you in a pathway that you're interested in, okay? That's what I want to help you do. I want to help you find what you're interested in and give you classes that align with that. So, as long as you are on track to graduate, you have a minimum 2.0 GPA, good attendance, minimal behavior infractions, then you can participate later on with dual credit classes, Jumpstart Academies, and I just wrote a couple of them up there. They have so many different academies that you can go and take college classes your junior, senior year. You get college credit and high school credit for it, and you can actually, I've had people every year graduate with their associate's degree. They graduate from high school with their college associate's degree. That's a 2-year college degree. Other opportunities, CNA, EKG, so a certified nurse assistant or nurse aide. Job shadowing, internship your senior year. You can get college credit to go intern at a business that you're interested in. Butler Early College Academies, so many opportunities. But you have to be successful as a freshman, and you're going to pave the way for yourself. Okay, so parent and guardian tips, I'll go through quick. Visit with your child about school, support and encourage them. There's 3. And engagement, positivity, and responsibility. Assist with the homework routine, help keep them accountable. Communicate with teachers through email, call them, or parent-teacher conferences, and communicate with the counselor and administrator. If there's something you're like, hey, I remember Miss Allen said this, just email me. I'll be glad to answer you. I try within 24 hours to give you a response. All right. Any questions? You guys excited for high school? Yeah, that's right. I will tell you, and I told this when I taught too, it's going to go by like that. Seriously, have fun, get involved, but you're going to blink and it is over. So take advantage of all the opportunities that are here. A lot of those opportunities that I talked about with the college, it's free tuition on a lot of it. So really good opportunities. Do yourself a favor, be successful freshman year, and you're good to go. All right, thank you all so much. You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, the business.
And if you intern at Textron, it's actually an internship while you're in Texas. It's amazing.
It's good for high school kids.
Right?
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
See you.
Bye.
I guess it's good for us because we get you guys into the work. So.
Alan or Wilma? There was a microphone on the podium on the stage. I'm not using it, but does that go up to the booth or does it go to his office? I will do that. And Flayton, if you could announce my 6:15 one like you did the 5:45 one, that would be amazing. Perfect, thank you.
Can y'all quit? There's someone.
Freshman tips for success.
I look at you. Where's my dad? Where did he go?
Yeah, where did McGavin go? Have you seen McGavin?
Whatever.
Red Hawk?
I want to go to the top.
No, sit down.
When does this thing start?
Right now.
In 6 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Let's get up and go.
No, my speaker.
I'm going to go say what's up to watch too.
Stop.
I'm going to go say what's up to my zoology teacher.
I love you when it comes.
Come on. Here, I'll be back in 6 minutes. Yeah, man. Hey!
I touched the top. Cube. Next to the cube.
Stop.
Hey, 180? Oh, I did it. I did it. Hey! I'm just scared. Let me do the 360. I'm going to do the 360.
Alright, freshmen, your second opportunity, 15 minutes with Miss Allen, and she will give you all the success tools that you need for the next 4 years. So again, if you want those tools for your freshman, please head to the auditorium. She'll take about 15 minutes of your time to tell you everything you need to know to get you through the next 4 years. Auditorium, 6:15, Miss Allen, who can beat that?
Yet again, flawless.
How you doing?
You can take any seat you want.
Whoa. Here, get front row.
That's right.
Dude, be up front. All right, I can raise you.
My kids are 7, 9, and 11. So
Oh.
I'm like, okay, what age are they? Are they too cool for mom?
9, 12, and 14.
Yeah. We're just now getting into all the football for one, volleyball for another, little league basketball for both. It's just
Yeah.
nonstop.
Are you the assistant principal?
I am one of them. There are 4 assistants and then me. What?
That's a lot of assistants.
Yes, yes. we will go ahead and get started. So, like I said, there are 4 assistants. We are all paired with a counselor. We do not have a twin. She is actually with both myself and Mr. Wilmot. I am also the post-secondary programs coordinator, so I have 2 jobs. And then Mr. Wilmot is also the athletic director, so he also has 2 jobs. So we just only have a portion of the alphabet. I'm A through C, he's D through G. And then we have Mr. Hip, who is H through O with his counselor. Oh, and I didn't update that. She just got married over the summer. Ms. Upmore is who that is. And then P through Z is Ms. Davidson and Ms. Baldwin. We also have Mr. Flayton. He is the top dog, and while he doesn't have a section of the alphabet, it's because he has the whole alphabet. So he does all the things for all the kids, but the assistant principals, we have the section of the alphabet that we focus on the most. If you ever have questions, you can reach out to any of us, and we'll put you in touch with who you need to be in touch with. All right, so my top tips. First one, be on time. We did just increase our passing periods from 4 minutes to 5 minutes, and I truly feel like, I know it's 1 minute, but it has made a huge difference. But be on time to your classes. Teachers are very understanding. If you don't waste time and you get to their class and you say, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom, they're gonna let you go, and even if it means you're gonna be back a minute late or something like that, they're very understanding as long as you are not taking advantage of them. Listen and participate in class. So, to be successful, you gotta be there. You gotta get the information, but participate with it. Something I do with my own kids, and at some point, they're gonna get to the point where I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, there's sometimes I'll pick up, like, assignments for AP chemistry, and I'm like, nope, that wasn't what I did. So, there's a point where I'm not gonna know, but if I can get my kids to just tell me about their assignment, it's gonna help them remember it, because the best way to learn is to teach it. So if you can even just have that conversation of, hey, what did you learn? Tell me about it. Okay, how did you get that? You don't have to know it. They just have to be able to repeat it to you. But students, participate in class. Raise your hand, ask questions, answer questions. If you don't know something, speak up, because I guarantee you, if you don't know something, somebody else in that class doesn't know something. I used to teach here. This is my first year now where I have not taught anybody. They've all graduated out. So, but I would always tell my kids, I'm like, please ask questions, because I don't know what you don't know, right? Until I get the assignment and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. So ask questions, answer questions, all of that. Communicate with your teachers and ask questions early. There are multiple ways that you can communicate with your teacher. In class, you can email them. If you don't want to raise your hand, that's okay. Email them. Everybody has their programs. Before and after school is a great time to go and get help. And also on advisory. On Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, when you can switch and go to different classes, go to that advisory teacher, ask for help. Or not advisory, go to that teacher during advisory and ask for help. Another great tip to be successful is develop and maintain a homework routine. Okay? If it's just a routine of, okay, I'm going to check, I'm going to make sure I have this done, that's already leaps and bounds from people who just say, oh, I think I did that, or I'll wait till tomorrow and finish it up in advisory. Don't do that, okay? Develop and maintain a good homework routine. Get involved in something school-related, whether it's sports, academics, theater, band, a club, anything, Scholars Bowl, get involved. Statistically, students are more successful when they're involved in at least one activity or something in the school setting. It helps keep you accountable. You're going to develop friends that have the same interests anyway, that's going to keep pushing you. So get involved in at least one thing, plus Shindig is going on right after this, where you can sign up for any clubs. I also do a second chance club sign up, so if you didn't get to see everything, you'll be able to go through all the clubs and look at everything and sign up still. See your counselor and administrator. We want to help you, and I, in just a bit, will explain how I can help you even more than just being your administrator. And then listen to and read announcements. We give announcements in so many different ways. You have your student and parent portal through Infinite Campus, Google Classroom, especially your freshman Google Classroom, which I believe is my next page, emails, the website, social media, and then for students, our lunch announcements. I put a ton of things out there, so do pay attention to the lunch announcements, because I don't want you to miss out on opportunities. I try to get on the mic and explain it as well, but it's so hard to talk over everybody anyway, but do look at all the announcements. So if you want to take a picture, if you're not already part of the freshman Google Classroom page, this is where we will post, and I'll just show you real quick. This is actually your guys' page right here. We've already posted the freshman class meeting that we had with the admin. We've already posted it up there. So if there's something you're like, oh, I think I missed it, we're going to post it to the Google Classroom. So do make sure that you join it. It will follow you. Once you join your freshman year, you'll be in it for sophomore year. We just change it instead of saying freshman, we'll say sophomore, and it's going to grow with you. Your class sponsor is Ms. Espinosa. She's one of the English teachers in upstairs City Hall. This is another great way to get involved because the freshman class, I think they're in charge of maybe sophomores are the fall dance and then freshmen are the winter, but I might have switched that. So there's one dance where the freshman class actually is the one that's putting that on. Attendance, be on time in class every day as much as possible. You do get 10 unexcused or 10 absences that parents can excuse. They just call in and say, hey, I'm getting sick. We don't need a doctor's note, and it's excused. You get 10 of those. Once you get past 10, that's where it's going to start hurting you. Plus, statistically, you're not going to be as successful. You're not getting information. You're not going to learn it. After the 10 absences, then we do have to have a doctor's note. If you are late to class more than 15 minutes, it doesn't count as an absence. Classes are only 48 and 49 minute long classes, so missing the first 15 minutes is huge. And then if you have 3 tardies, it counts as 1 unexcused absence. So do make sure that you're getting your class on time. This is just the bell schedule. Students have it. I just have it up here in case you guys had any questions. We do switch advisory from after second hour on Monday through Thursday to the end of the day. I'm helping with college and career talks. So we invite colleges, we invite different career fields to come and talk to students. And so one of your advisory lessons, actually the Wednesday one that you guys will do, you are going to give me your top 3 career interests that you have. And then whenever we have different opportunities, I know I can reach the specific students who have already expressed interest. Instead of trying to get everybody all at once, I get the ones who really, truly wanted that opportunity. Importance of engagement, friendships, connections, accountability, all those things. So different ways to engage: clubs, activities, sports, you can volunteer, community service, getting involved. There are so many different ways to get involved, and it's going to help you be successful. So with this, if you haven't visited our school website, they updated it last year, I believe. I absolutely love it, but a lot of my stuff that I do is under the counseling website, or link, excuse me. So if you're ever interested in something, or you're like, Miss Allen said something, chances are it's posted there. Okay, so here's how I can help you out even more. As a freshman, the biggest thing you can do to help set yourself up for success is to do well in your classes and pass them. Okay? Once you do that, this is me, and then Mrs. Bauman, she actually focuses more on seniors. So her goal is to meet one-on-one with every senior, helping them either apply for colleges, apply for apprenticeships. It might be filling out job applications, it might be whatever it is. But she meets with every senior. I'm there for every student. Okay, so if you don't have kids here already, Valley Center has 14 different pathways, meaning our pathways like we have digital media, graphic design, biomedical, healthcare, all of these are pathways that we have, so meaning we have classes in intro, technical, and application level for each of those pathways. And sometimes multiple classes within that. We're trying to grow and expand, obviously, especially with the new bond. We'll have a new CTE room. I'm hoping to bring drones. Like it's going to be amazing. So we have all of these pathways. My job is for you guys to figure out what you might want to do and what path you could do to get there. Like what classes would be best for you to take, and then what opportunities can I also help to get you to further that. So some of those opportunities would be dual credit classes, being able to get, it's a fraction of the price. They actually just dropped it even more, which is phenomenal. So your junior, senior year, and some of your sophomore classes, you can get dual credit. So you can be getting college credit while in high school. The Jumpstart Academies, that's for your junior, senior year. You actually get to spend a half day getting college credit, college classes, and it counts towards your high school elective courses. And you could be doing all healthcare stuff. It might be automotive, it might be IT, welding, HVAC, aviation maintenance. It is so amazing. Like you are physically, you're getting your certifications, you're getting your college credit, and all of those Jumpstart Academies, it's free tuition. So I have, every year, I have at least one student who graduates from high school with their associate's degree, their 2-year college degree, because they've taken advantage of it. And it's a lot to get your associates, but you can at least get a technical certificate. Every single one of those, you get a technical certificate. So you can take that out into the career field and start a leg out than anybody else. Other things you can do, we do offer CNA, EKG, so the certified nurse aid, and the electrocardiograph reading, the heartbeat. We do have those classes with the high school. There's job shadowing, there's internship, you can take classes through Butler. Butler is more expensive, whereas WSU Tech, you have the free tuition. Doesn't matter, those are all things that I deal with and I help you with. So if you are successful your freshman year, I can help you get opportunities like this, starting sometimes your sophomore, junior, and senior year. So I would love to help you out, but I need you to be on track to graduate, have a minimum 2.0 GPA, good grade, or good attendance, and very little to no behavior issues. All right, so some parent guardian tips. I'm just going to quickly, there we go. Just being involved. I could sum that into one thing, being involved. Get that, and when I say that I try to help kids get where they want to be, what college, what career, what path, that can change every single year, and that's okay. I would rather give them opportunities that they can explore in something, and then they say, I don't really like that, and we try something completely different, and save the money that they would have spent exploring it in college when they're trying to figure out those classes. So don't feel like we have to have something completely set in stone, because it's not life. You know, people change their majors all the time. So just being involved, absolutely. Ask me questions. Tell your kids, go sing a song. All right. Any questions? All right. You guys excited for high school? I will tell you, you're going to blink. So take advantage, live it up, get involved, have fun. Because high school, yes, you have assignments, you have essays, you have all those things. It is fun. I know, I just had my birthday and I was like, I don't even want to celebrate this anymore.
I didn't celebrate mine. I was just saying that.
Thank you guys for coming in.
It was very nice to meet you, ma'am.
Nice to meet you as well.
About 30 minutes.